Alright, before we get started, just want to let everybody know that this is an airsoft gun. Everything and all the parts in this video, including the airsoft gun itself, is not a real firearm. It is a toy, and nor can it ever be a firearm or the parts be used in the firearm. They cannot be whatsoever. With that out of the way, let's get to it. So in this quick video, I'm going to do a first impressions of the internals of this WE07 DSG out of the box, because I'm really curious what's inside. Alright, first up we got the hop-up unit. It's nice and labeled 1 through 9. So here's a hop-up lever with a traditional nub, and the bucking has this sort of style patch on it, which I find a little interesting. You got that little notch in the center to help center the BB on every shot. So I imagine that this is pretty accurate, or helps it be accurate. And here's your barrel, pretty wide hop-up window. So if you want to change to your favorite bucking, you got plenty of space and opening for whatever bucking you decide to use. And the barrel is brass. So now we're going to tear into the gearbox. Here's a cool feature that everybody will appreciate. It does have quick change spring. Getting the motor out is relatively easy. You just pop this back and it opens up and bam! Here's the motor, and it has some weak neodymium magnets, and I'm not sure the turns per armature, as this is a first impression video, so I don't know yet. Alright, got the gearbox out, and right off the bat, I can tell you that the bushings are 9mm. Damn. Cylinder center ported, because obviously DSG's only part way stroke. Gearbox has a slot here to give those wires a relief so that the pinion gear does not catch them. And WELLPRO, if you're watching, please put a slot right here for the anti-reversal latch. Airsoft techs will love you for that. Alright, we got Allen screws, and they are 2mm. Nozzle return spring, I'd say it's pretty damn strong, which is needed for these DSGs. Okay, the nozzle is 20.55mm in length. And I can confirm that the cylinder is aluminum. Here's the cylinder head. It's aluminum with one O-ring on it. The cylinder head stem is 5.27mm. That's pretty damn thin for a cylinder head stem. I personally like them at least 5.4mm to minimize nozzle wobble. And here's the gears. Tab plate timing pin is right below the pickup tooth, which is ideal. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost convinced these are Javon gears. I approve of these ones. And we got all 16 metal teeth on the piston, and it's all solid plastic down there, so I'm pretty sure this is a rigid piston. And aluminum cylinder or piston head with huge ports on it, but no O-ring right here to keep the metal from rubbing on the cylinder, especially that the cylinder's made of aluminum. That is not a good thing in my opinion. Here's our tappet plate. I honestly like it because it's rigid as hell, and it's a really good 90-degree angle. And the size of the leaf is 10.1mm. And for all you DSG nerds out there, this is the release point just after 2 teeth on release for the tappet before the piston's released. There you go. Here's the anti-reversal latch, pretty basic, nothing special. Spring guide's actually pretty nice. Ball bearing, thrust bearing, whatever you want to call it. All metal, there's no plastic. And I'm pretty sure this is an M150 or even an M160 spring, judging by how thick the coils are. And they're definitely using the ETU, or E-shooter ETU on this guy. Got a little plunger for the trigger, and then your sector gear detection switch. And here's the rest of the gearbox. Nice and radiused. And if we flip the gearbox over and look on the other side of the board, you can see 2 switches, one for semi and one for auto. And it's pretty neat. I will say though, gears do need to be shimmed a little bit better to keep them from rubbing on each other. And as far as the solid bushing goes, I'd say they're actually pretty nice. The axles barely, or if any, wobble inside of them, so that should keep them pretty meshed up pretty well. So one other thing I'm going to check is motor alignment. I'm going to throw the receiver on, and obviously the grip, and see how angled this bevel 2 motor is. Well, it's a little bit off. You can see that it's a little off-centered, off to the left, so that could make the meshing a little bit bad, but this is honestly not bad at all. I've seen a lot worse than this, so I don't think this is going to cause any issues. Alright, motor height was actually set pretty decent. WELLPRO, if you're still watching, please make some cutouts right here and right here so we can make sure that the bevel gets shimmed correctly. It makes it really hard to do it from the top. Alright, so I made a window for myself using my CNC mill and had to move some shims around, but now we got good shimming from bevel to pinion. Before, it was on there real tight, so it was pushing this way too much, so I had to bring it down a little bit to get that play. Alright, she's all shimmed up. Nice and smooth. Very, very, very little play in the gears. Yeah, see, I'm trying to lift up the second gear right now. Nothing. Just barely enough play. I almost overlooked this little detail about the nozzle, but it does have an internal O-ring. And it actually holds seal. Decently, but not perfect. And that's about all I got. So guys, let me know down in the comments of what you would upgrade in this thing, given what you know now what's in this rifle. Alright, that's it. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. And I look forward to seeing your comments.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.